Okay, hi everyone. I hope you're doing
Hello.
hi. I hope you're doing well today. And today we're going to be talking about Wi-Fi on the iOS system. So today we're going to be talking about Wi-Fi, cellular data, airplane mode, as well as Siri. So yeah, if you have any questions along the way, feel free to ask. So first we're going to be talking about Wi-Fi. So Wi-Fi, the symbol looks like this. It has three lines in a shape of like a pie or a cake. So this is what the Wi-Fi symbol looks like. And what it means is a wireless connection that allows devices on a network to communicate with each other so that you can access like internet and any other functions that require a wireless connection. And so if your device is connected to Wi-Fi, the icon will be shown in the status bar. So it'll be shown on the top part of your phone. So as you can see, in the newer phones, it'll be on the phones without a home button, it'll be on the top right. And on phones with a home button, it'll be on the top left.
Lydia,
Yeah.
I'm on an iPad, so where do I find that?
Yeah, on the iPad, it's on the top right.
Right.
Yeah.
On my home page?
Yeah, wherever you can see like the top where the time and like your battery is,
I
whenever
see
you
my
can see
phone.
that, it'll be
I
on the
do now.
top right.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I
Yeah,
do
no
now.
worries.
Thank you.
Okay, great. Yeah, so you can actually control whether you want to turn Wi-Fi on and off from the control center. And if you remember the control center on phones without a home button, you swipe down from the top right. And on phones with the home button, you swipe up from the bottom. So that's how you access this control center. And when you swipe down or up to get to the control center, your Wi-Fi connection status will be shown in the status bar at the top. So you'll be able to see it on the top where your battery and your cellular connection is as well. And you can actually turn it on and off in the control center. And how you do it is I think for all phones and iPads, this square with 4 buttons will be on the left side. And out of these 4, the Wi-Fi button is this one in the red square. And what you essentially do is you just like tap it on or off. If it's blue, that means your Wi-Fi is on. So your phone is either looking for Wi-Fi or already connected to Wi-Fi. And if you tap on the blue button, it'll like gray out. It'll like turn into like just this color. And that means it's off. So your phone won't be connected to Wi-Fi and it won't be looking for Wi-Fi either. And so by default, turning Wi-Fi off here temporarily disconnects from nearby networks.
I tried that and now it come out saying that disconnect until tomorrow. How can I put it back?
Yeah, you just press it again.
I'll press again. No,
yeah.
It will. Okay, say and press it. Okay, yeah, that's
it
fine.
turned back turned blue again.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Yeah, you just usually if you press that, like you mentioned, it says it'll turn off until you turn it. It'll turn off until tomorrow. So like when it passes 12, your phone will automatically turn it back on, unless you turn it back off the next day.
It scared me. Until tomorrow.
Yeah, no, you can turn it back on manually, so you don't have to worry.
Okay.
Yeah. Good question though. Yeah, and then we can also control it through the settings. So if you remember, the setting looks like this icon on the left here. And when you go into settings, you can switch off the Wi-Fi by going into settings, and then at the top, the Wi-Fi is usually at the top. There will be a banner that says Wi-Fi, and you just click on it. And once you go into the Wi-Fi page, if this is green, it means that your Wi-Fi is on and your phone is either connected or looking for Wi-Fi. And this check mark indicates that that's the network you're connected to. So in this case, they're connected to the Wi-Fi network, secure Wi-Fi network. This name will probably change, will be different depending on how you named your own Wi-Fi network or how the person who owns the network named it. So yeah, this just shows that this just indicates which network you're connected to. And so in order to join a network, you just have to click on it, but sometimes there will be a lock icon that indicates that the network is secured and requires a password. So I think all personal Wi-Fi networks probably have this lock because they want to, make sure that random people don't use it. So this will probably be in place for most Wi-Fi networks, but there are some public ones that don't have this network. And I think we're going to be talking about it next, so I'll just mention it like this for now. And networks may have a 2.4G or 5G in their names, indicating their frequency band in gigahertz. So this is not the same as what we know as 5G in cellular networks. And so what 2.4 essentially means is that the speed is lower than 5G, but it reaches more further away. So even though your internet connection will be slower, you'll be able to have access to it even when you're a bit further away from the Wi-Fi router, I guess. But 5G, even though it's much stronger in Wi-Fi power or speed, the range of Wi-Fi is much smaller, so you won't, even though it's faster, you won't be able to go as far away and maintain that Wi-Fi network. But if you have both, connect to both if that's the case. I know this might be a bit confusing, so if you still have questions, feel free to ask.
Yeah, sorry. Can I have a question?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I have both. Which one I should use?
So usually, even though you can only use one at a time, I connect to both.
Yeah, that's right.
But usually I try to use 5G because that's faster. It's more faster when you're closer to where your Wi-Fi router is. Yeah, so usually it's like that, but if my 5G is doesn't work because I'm too far away from the router, then usually I switch back to 2.4. But usually I would suggest connecting to 5G.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then depending on how your network speed is, you can change back accordingly. Yeah, so I mentioned,
is related to the network. Where do I find what's the range on my phone?
Oh,
so this is only related to network, is it?
Oh, it's related to Wi-Fi. So this is actually not the cellular network. This is the Wi-Fi. And so the range, you don't actually really know it, because
yeah, because we can't see it, right? There's nowhere that I can see whether I'm 2.4 or 5, right?
Pardon?
There's nowhere to that I can see 2.4 or 5.
Oh, I actually don't know. There's probably a way to find it if it's not in the name, but usually it'll be in the name if two types are available. So sometimes there isn't.
But how do I know which one I have? How do I know which one I have?
I think there's a way to figure it out when you're configuring your Wi-Fi and setting it up, but I don't know how to find it. Let me just check.
Okay, that's okay. It's not important anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, so I bet there's a way to find it like when you're configuring it,
So
but
I leave it. Yeah.
yeah.
I leave it.
Okay, so like I mentioned before, there are some Wi-Fi networks that don't have a lock on them. And so those are public networks, and they're like free Wi-Fi networks that can be found in public places such as shopping malls, cafes and restaurants, libraries and airports. And your home internet service provider may have public Wi-Fi that allows you to automatically use their hotspots across the country after logging in. So like Shaw Open has one, I think TELUS has one as well. So if you're if you use their services, usually you have an account with them, which allows you to log into their public Wi-Fi networks and just use Wi-Fi even when you don't have data and when they have it set up around that area. And so usually terms and conditions apply and need to be accepted. And I think most people just trust it and then just log on to them. But very important is that on a public network, and especially on an unsecured network, which are most public networks, don't enter any credit card or banking information or any other financial or personal information, and do not shop online or use online banking, even if personal information doesn't have to be entered. And assume no security or privacy, because like it says, it's an unsecured network, right? And certain apps and websites may be restricted depending on the network. Any questions? Okay, if not.
Oh, I have a question. I just wonder if it's good to use your iPhone to do shopping, because your iPhone do not have the what is it, those virus, all those things in your iPhone. Will you protect you when you are using your phone?
So usually your phone, like I use my phone to shop, but like I only do it if I'm on my like home or like a secured web like Wi-Fi network.
Yeah.
So it's okay to like shop on your phone as long as you're not like on an unsecured network.
Oh, okay.
But it's always good to make sure you remember your own passwords and don't enter it anywhere else. So yeah, it's always good to keep aware though. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Allison, if you want to go.
So to turn on the data and turn it off, you can go to settings and there is a tab called cellular. You can turn on cellular data to green to make it turn it on. But there is easier way to turn it on, which is turning it on control center. So if you scroll down to control center, there is a icon of the cellular data, and it's right over the Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. So if it turns green, it means it's turned on. If the background is gray, it means it's turned off. So you can easily turn it on and off in Control Center.
Sorry. Is the cellular data options roaming, right? Roaming should be off all the time, or?
Roaming is the data that you use in the in overseas, so you don't have to turn it on.
I don't have to.
So on the control center, which icon is the cellular?
The one that next to the
circle.
Yeah.
And the iPad.
Green one.
Yeah. Oh, yours is green.
Wait, on iPad?
Mine is blue, but it's circle. Is that the icon for cellular? AirDrop. Oh,
Oh.
circle is AirDrop.
Yeah, for iPad, you probably don't have it unless you bought the cellular version that like
Right.
an iPad that comes with a
Yeah.
cellular version. But I think most
Right.
people just go with the Wi-Fi.
Mm.
So the circle thing is AirDrop, which is like a way of sharing files and stuff.
So I also saw on my control center, there was circle, and a triangle on the bottom. What is that sign for?
Yeah, that's for like the Bluetooth connection.
Okay,
or
thank
like
you.
yeah. Like
Mhm.
it's a way of, if you click on it, it like changes the like which Bluetooth or audio you're connected to.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And so if you go to the settings in cellular, you can see you can scroll down to see the data usage statistics for each app and cumulatively. You can also reset the statistics if you want to reset and review the data again. And data usage can be disabled on a per app basis. So if you want to disable the data for YouTube because it drains your data too much, you can turn it off. So you do not use your data for YouTube once you turn it off. So it can prevent you using the data from YouTube if when you don't know you turned it on the data instead of Wi-Fi.
Sorry,
Thanks.
the
Okay.
line here, Wi-Fi calling, should it be on or off?
Which one?
Just down the line here, under the personal hotspot, that is the Wi-Fi calling. It should be on or off?
Wi-Fi
Calling.
calling?
Yeah. You have that?
I don't find it.
1, 2, 3, so 4 lines.
Wi-Fi
Calling.
warning.
Calling.
Oh,
CALING. Calling.
It's in the cellular, Allison. It's in the cellular.
okay.
Yeah. Under.
Should I turn it on or should I turn it off? Oh, is that for?
I have
You
mine
can find
off
it?
right now, but
Yeah.
yeah.
What is that for? Should I keep it off all the time or what?
What kind of phone you have? Because we don't, on iPhone, we don't have that things.
I have an iPhone 6 here.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Yeah, I think it's an older model. That's why he got it.
Yeah. Some features depend on the models.
Oh, okay. Well, I do have it as well, but mine's off, and it says that when if you turn, I think it's for people who like don't like either like always have access to Wi-Fi and want to make calls over Wi-Fi, or like don't have like maybe like calls, as many calls as they need a part of their plan. But
Okay.
yeah, but I think usually people who just have like calls, like, have like unlimited calls or like a lot of calls on their plan probably don't have it on, because it's easier to just make one more stable to make calls through your carrier, right? So
Okay, yeah, okay, makes sense, sure.
yeah,
Yeah,
but I'm
that's
not
right.
completely sure, but that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's right.
Mhm.
Yeah, thanks.
So we don't need to have them on if you are not using it often, is it?
For Wi-Fi calling?
No, I mean all those icons under the cellular.
Oh, this?
Yeah. So
Yeah, like
we
you
should
can
have
choose.
them off to save the battery, is it?
Choose.
Oh.
Okay, I'll explain. So it's like turning it on and off. It
Yes.
means you turn off the data for specific app. So if you turn on the data for a specific app, so let's say you are on the zone that you do not have Wi-Fi, so you want to use a app Safari, but so you turn on the data and turn on the Safari app as well to use the data, so you can choose to turn it on and off.
And this way
according to
it
your
will
app.
save the battery.
It will save the data, not battery.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like for me, like
So-
usually I turn off stuff for like apps that use a lot of data, like YouTube. Usually, like I turn it off because I don't want it to automatically go on cellular and use up all my data. So like that might be like in cases like that where you might turn it off for a specific app that you don't want data to just be used up by that app.
Okay, good. Thanks.
Airplane mode. Airplane mode will turn off your cellular, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth radios. Wi-Fi and Bluetooth can be manually re-enabled in airplane mode, by the way. So the way to easily turn on the airplane mode, it's also on the control center as well, not only on the settings. So if you scroll down to the control center and click the icon that shows the airplane, if you turn it on, the background turns to the orange color, and if you turn it off, it has gray background. So it's literally airplane modes that you do not have Wi-Fi and Bluetooth and cellular. Yeah. So you turn it on in airplane. That's why it's airplane mode.
Alison, it show you upside down your picture here.
Yeah,
wait.
upside down.
Wait, the photo is upside down?
Yeah.
Oh, like the slide?
No,
Your-
your picture.
Your image.
Oh, my face?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Oh,
Oh, is
That's
there any
better.
right?
That's better.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I didn't know that. Okay.
How did you do it?
I don't know. Maybe problem with my phone.
Okay.
Wait, is it upside down again?
No,
No.
it's okay.
That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'll do it like this. Maybe it's the problem of direction of rotation. Okay. Any
Yeah.
questions so far?
No.
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 Okay. So okay. Next slide, we're gonna talk about Siri. Hey Siri, and Siri can do a lot of things for you, like general things, general general works. It can send message instead of you, and it can call
Who do you
like
want to
call
send it to?
specific person. Like, cool.
Oh
Yeah, you're using it
Come up by itself.
properly.
Who do you want to send it to? Oh my God.
Yeah, the best
I
way to
didn't even do it.
using it. Yeah, so you can call, you can set a timer, you can set an alarm, you can read your message if you are wondering what your message is, and you can search the song. It can, yeah, it can do a lot of general things. Next slide. So as I said, Siri is a personal assistant that can do most basic tasks on your device. Siri can be used in various languages with regional accents independent from the interface language. So it has a lot of accents as well. For English, it has Canadian accent, British accent, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Turning on Hey Siri or changing the language will prompt you to train Siri to your voice. So it only recognizes your voice once you record your voice, and it's only familiar to your voice. So if my mom or brother says Hey Siri, it will not understand, but if I say Hey Siri, it will indicate my voice.
Is
So
there
you
is
go to-
there an area that you can type instead of saying? Because 10 out of 9 times they give me the wrong answer.
yeah, you can also type.
Where is
So,
it? Where you
hey
can
Siri.
find it? Hey Siri. Huh?
There's a way, but hold
Where do
on.
I
forgot.
find I can type?
Yeah.
They didn't give me
Yeah.
any.
Yeah. You can also type, but I forgot how to type.
Somewhere. I
Um.
don't know where. Yeah.
Yeah. You should be able to type as well. Where is it? Yeah. I'm just gonna search how to type on Siri. So you go to the settings app and tap accessibility and scroll down to find Siri in the general section. Enable the type to Siri option. Now when you summon Siri, instead of it listening for feedback, it will bring up the keyboard prompt for you. So it says you should enable the type to Siri option.
Type to Siri on the very top one. They said type to Siri, but I have it off, so I should put it on. Then in that case, I can type.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So if you say, "Hey Siri," it will bring up a keyboard for you.
Oh, that's good. Let me try. Hey Siri. Oh, what can I help you? And then I can type. No, they still saying what can I help you? And they didn't give me the keyboard. They keep typing things for me.
Yeah, this is the typing thing.
Huh? Is it? Where?
I'll try. Hey
You
Siri.
Press and hold the home button. Siri will allow you to type your
Yeah.
requests rather than speaking them.
Okay, so I say hey Siri first. Yeah, they come up. And then where can I type?
Press and hold the home button.
Home button?
Hold. Yeah.
I don't have a home button because I have iPhone 11, so there is no home button.
Oh, I just waited and the keyboard comes out. So
Is it?
I tried it. I just tried it and
You just tap on it and it
Hey
shows
Siri,
up.
and tap on it.
Yeah,
I tap on
the
it.
screen,
I tap on it.
and then you know
still didn't give me.
it take no tap again.
On it. I'm not sure I understand.
Okay.
we can wait.
Okay, fine.
Yeah,
it didn't give me keyboard.
For me it gives the keyboard. So hey Siri, bring up a keyboard.
Siri.
Hey Siri, give me the
Tell
keyboard.
me how to type.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
I'm
Siri.
afraid I can't do that.
See, I said, please give me the keyboard. He said, I'm sorry, I'm afraid I cannot do that.
Yeah. For
Hey,
me,
Siri,
if
you
I
give me
say, if I ask a question and it says,
keyboard
okay,
to
media
type.
will play louder, and it actually gives up a keyboard after I say something.
Hey,
So I
Siri.
think you just say random things and
Hey,
it may
Siri.
bring up a keyboard.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. Well, leave it
It
for the
works.
time
Give me
being.
the keyboard to type.
No, it's okay. Leave it for the time being. I don't want to hold up too much time. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we can help
It
you on
works
that
on my
later.
iPad. If I say, hey, Siri, can you give me the keyboard and give me the keyboard?
Is it? Hey
Yeah,
Siri.
on my iPad. Yeah,
Hey
it
Siri.
works on me.
Give me the keyboard.
Then press the home button.
And press home. Nothing. Nothing.
One sec.
One sec. No, it still didn't give me the keyboard.
Hey, Siri.
Okay. Hey Siri, please give me the keyboard.
One sec.
One sec.
Oh my.
Nothing.
Still working. Sorry, I can't do that.
See,
Wait.
you don't like me.
You turned it on? You turned the type to Siri?
Did I type
You turn on the type to Siri,
to Siri? Yeah.
accessibility, and then Siri.
Yeah, accessibility Siri, type to Siri.
Type to Siri.
Yeah,
Yeah,
type to
I turned
Siri.
it on. Type to Siri. See?
Okay, it's hold the button on
Hold
the
the
side,
button.
on the side, and then
Uh-huh.
it will show up the keyboard.
Nothing. It's okay. Leave it for the time being.
Okay. We'll work on that later. Yeah, we have a lot
Okay.
of time. So. Yeah. And so Siri, and then where am I? Oh, and questions. We just had that, I guess. Any questions?
Yes.
No? Okay.
The same question. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, Siri has questions. Oh my god. Siri. Mini quiz. It already says the answer on the slide, but still. What are things you should or should not do when using public Wi-Fi?
Not to give
So not
them any
city.
personal information.
Or financial information that is really crucial for you. And can you use Wi-Fi or Bluetooth in the airplane mode?
No.
Can you use Wi-Fi? No.
Yeah, so once you turn it on, the airplane mode, you can use it. You can't use it, but you can manually enable it. So if you go to settings and manually enable the Wi-Fi or Bluetooth in the airplane mode, you can still use it, but yeah, you should make sure you manually enable it to use it. And what can you use Siri for?
The answer is there.
Yeah.
But
Most
then
frequent-
whenever you ask something, they never give you the answer.
it's just basic. It cannot communicate with you. Yeah. Okay, good. So that was our last slide.